Hello physical fiends, how are you doing? It's Jordan here with some kind of unbelievable news. I've been a busy boy traveling here and there the past couple of days, and when that happens, you know something tasty is going to be announced to catch me off guard. And if you check the links down below in the pinned comment and description, you will see that there's been a good few announcements thanks to the Nintendo Partner Direct. Now with announcements all very fresh, the dust is still settling on things, more physical announcements will come, but for this video, I want to focus on a few Nintendo Switch 2 physical announcements that have really got me excited. Firstly, against all odds in the universe, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge. You know what that means, right? That means the Nintendo Switch 2 physical is better than the Xbox and PlayStation 5 physical releases, which are basically download discs. And this is confirmed by the developer, by the publisher, by VGP. It's a game on the cartridge. There is some small print that says if you want to play in Polish, then you'll have to download an update, so press F to pay respect to my bros in Warsaw, as though I know any Polish people, and I'm pretty sure the DLC won't be on the cartridge, you'll have to buy that separately. A bit of guessing on my part, but still. This reviewed very well when it originally came out as an Xbox exclusive, or at least bankrolled by Microsoft. It came out much better than expected, just a solid action time as a great rendition of the lovable rogue adventurer doing stuff he's known for doing. If you want to support good single player experiences that actually come on a proper cartridge, then it should be a game to pick up and add to your collection. This, alongside Cyberpunk, are a good litmus test for publishers. Big AAA titles on a proper cartridge. And it's weird that Bethesda announced this as a proper physical release, and yet Fallout 4 and Oblivion Remastered, both of those are a code in a box bullshit. Not even a game key. They're going full embarrassment with that one. But you know, if Bethesda see the number differences in profits for the proper physical compared to these bullshit boxes, you know, heads will turn. Money speaks. And if you want to order this, you can do so from either VGP, PMP Games, or Lootbox Gaming, and any purchase made helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. The second announcement that's got me really excited, because boy do you guys know I love a good retro collection. Super Bomberman Collection is on its way, physically in August. Oh yes, this is getting a physical release on Xbox, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and dun dun dun, Nintendo Switch 2, as a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, a proper cartridge. Now the wording of their press release is slightly awkward, but here is the lowdown. In Europe and North America, there's a PlayStation 5 and an OG Switch physical at retail. In Europe, there's also an Xbox physical. However, specifically for Nintendo Switch 2, the physical release for that, in Europe, that is exclusive to redartgames.com with the link below, and in North America, it is exclusive to Video Games Plus. If you want to own the Nintendo Switch 2 physical versions, you'll have to get them from the links below. This collection contains Super Bomberman 1 to 5, two of which will be localized officially for the first time, plus the two NES editions of Bomberman 1 and 2, although those will still be Japanese only. They will have their usual emulation quality of life features like a rewind, save states, filters, a music player, even a boss rush mode, which is pretty cool, and it's going to be a fantastic little set to have. If you want to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, you can do so via the links below. If you want the European Switch 2 physical, you can pre-order from redartgames.com, and if you do click my link, you can also get 10% off if you use the code Jordan10. Just remember to click the link first, okay? The Nintendo Switch 2 physical edition will come with a cover sleeve, a manual, and a stress ball, which kind of looks cute. For North America, it doesn't come with anything too fancy, just a manual, but it is exclusive to VGP. And remember, the Switch 2 physical is a Switch 2 edition, so it will work on the original Switch as well. On PlayStation 5, there are 3 editions available at redartgames.com for Europe, you know, the standard release. Then there's also a deluxe release, which is the same price as the standard edition, but only has 500 copies available, and that comes with an exclusive cover sleeve, a manual, and the stress ball. Basically, no reason not to get this one over the standard if it's still available. It's like the same price, but more stuff. And then there is the collector's edition, which comes with a sticker sheet, a poster, a steel case, not a steel book, enamel pins, and if you buy from their website, the stress ball. The original Nintendo Switch is the same deal, standard edition, deluxe edition for the same price but with more stuff, and then the collector's edition. I am really looking forward to this. Bomberman is always fun with friends. I even have a decent time playing the campaign modes just by myself, and with this collection it is more Bomberman than you'll ever need. Okay, it's not Saturn Bomberman, but I'm actually nostalgic for these ones. I don't pretend to be nostalgic for Saturn Bomberman. Alright, let's take a look at some other announcements. Clear River Games being absolute bosses because they've just announced pre-orders are opening for Culdcept Begins, a physical release on Nintendo Switch 2 as a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which means it'll be compatible with the original Switch, which is good because there is no original Switch physical release. It's only Switch 2. There is a standard edition as well as a Steelbook edition. In North America, this Steelbook edition is also exclusive to Video Games Plus, where I've linked down below in the description and pinned comment. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and this is a card game which, yeah, you know, I must immediately hate it, but it's not a roguelike deck builder, okay? Which immediately makes me far more likely to give it a shot. Cards aren't ideal for me in an RPG, but hey, the Culdcept series looks really interesting, and it's been going around since the Sega Saturn days. Clear River also announced that in Europe they are doing a retail release of High on Life Game of the Year edition, and they have the consideration to announce that it is a Nintendo Switch 2 edition after all. You can pre-order this from their website now, and it will be at retail too. And not only that, but Clear River Games also announced they will be doing a Nintendo Switch 2 physical release for Back to the Dawn, which is quite significant since in Asia this is a game key release, but in Europe that version will be a proper cartridge. Pre-orders have not opened for this as of yet, they've just basically announced it. And for what it's worth, Limited Run have also just teased their next Nintendo Switch 2 physical release, and if I had any money, I would definitely bet on it being Back to the Dawn due to how related Limited Run and Clear River Games are. If that is the case, I don't know why they're being so secretive about it, but yeah, if you're in North America, it is worth waiting to see Limited Run's next move before you try to import, that from Europe. Now that is a mini roundup of things coming, especially for Nintendo Switch 2. Hopefully there is a bunch more announced in the near future. Are you happy about this? Do you feel things aren't so terrible for the Nintendo Switch 2 in terms of physical releases? Let me know below. And of course, if you want to pre-order any of these and you want to support me at the same time, then please do so via the links in the description and pinned comment. Thank you ever so much, and have a fantastic day. Take care.